welcome back to Johnny Reads. Today I'm going to be talking about my 7th read of the year and my 6th book for my 2017 reading challenge. And this particular book is called How I Write by Janet Evanovich. I was fulfilling the requirement for my 2017 reading challenge to read a how-to book. Now, technically, it's not a how-to book, but it's pretty damn close. So, obviously, about the book, pretty obvious. She just gives her experience and she answers a ton of questions that she's received over the years from readers and aspiring writers about her entire writing process and what works, what doesn't, and it's all from her perspective. She's not saying that this is the way to do it for anything. But I mean, it's a writing book. I mean, that's all it is to it. The first thing, of course, is the negative, and definitely had some negatives for this one. The main thing is it either needs to be updated, or maybe my copy is just an old copy. I don't know. It was originally published in 2006, and she talked about the internet kind of like it was a new thing, and I mean, even in 2006, it wasn't really that new anymore. So it's kind of weird, and she talks about websites and stuff like that. That it just seemed like it's a little bit out of date in 2017. I would say when I say it needs to be updated, I was very surprised by was she answers a question about self-publishing. Now, if you don't know what self-publishing is, basically you can use like CreateSpace, which is Amazon. You can self-publish with Barnes & Noble. You can self-publish with iBooks. I mean, there's a gazillion things out there. Self-publishing is basically you write a book and you get into a book form without a publisher. You do it on your own. You can pay to have different services done, or you can do everything yourself and you don't have to pay for anything. But in this book, she immediately and completely dismisses it. And for me, I've actually self-published the book. Now, will I do in the future? I don't know, because I'm not currently writing anything, so I just don't know about that decision at this point. But completely dismisses it as a means to, I guess, get your career going in writing. And yes, my dogs are barking. I think you can hear them. But I was really surprised by that, because she mentions some people who got started self-publishing, but I mean, she was going back like 20, 30 years, and it's like, those are the examples that you're coming up with? I mean, I can come up with E.L. James, Andy Weir, and those are the monster, successes. Hugh Howey. I mean, it goes on and on at this point. Is self-publishing for everyone? No. Is self-publishing is it going to be a way for you to get rich from your writing? Most likely, no. But I just didn't like that she dismissed it immediately as nothing. Last thing, the negative, is that she writes that, she thinks she's so funny. And I guess that's her writing style. I've never read any of her books before. But I mean, she writes like she's hilarious. And quite frankly, she's not. Like, you learn going through the book, because she uses her own paragraphs from her own work to show things and how she answers questions. But even when she's just answering questions, she's not, it's not funny. Like, if I was reading this and I was actively writing something and there was something, a plot question or something, a character question, and I was like, you know what, let me read this and see if she gives any insight. And if I read that like with a serious thought in mind, and then I just get all these smart aleck funny remarks that aren't even funny, it's like, why are you writing the book if you're just gonna say how hilarious you are in your books and then try to be hilarious in this book? Didn't particularly like it. So those are the negatives though. Didn't really have anything positive to say. I thought it was okay. I didn't think there was any information in this book that you couldn't find in any other writing book. Like I said, I feel like it's out of date. As far as the writing process, then that's fine. That's not going to change, I guess. But it seemed like this was written for when it was written, and it just doesn't seem accurate anymore. That's all I have for you today. So let me know, have you ever read this particular writing book, How I Write, or any writing book? What did you think? Did you get any fantastic insight that you want to share with me? I want to hear it, because, I can always learn something too. Hit that subscribe button. I make a new video every Wednesday, and I'll see you next time.